Oh. And good evening and welcome to the Italian Grand Prix here in Monza for round 15 of Extreme Racing League. It's 5.8 kilometer track that features 11 turns to the fastest. It's fastest circuit in the current F1 calendar. It's gonna be very great for overtaking both in the DRS zones, especially in sector 1 and 2. You know, I mean, let's see, on board with Alton. Whoa! What the hell is he doing? Very weird. They both went off track and I don't know what happened. I think Alton is here stuck. Okay, back to here we go. We have PMJ currently setting fastest time in the 1:19.3. So it's alright, let's get back. And we already have Fabi here, I don't know, retiring. So we have 6 drivers this time. PMJ fastest in the 1:18.3. I think that's pretty decent time for PMJ. Oh, that's on board with Amir with purple sector 1. And Amir now will be crossing the line and setting a 119.7 and Williams second fastest. We also had Fred on the 120, we have Cookie setting 120.2. Okay, so sorry, I need to solve them. I have an issue to deal with. Get back here with the race. Oh, the idle spinning. Right, and oh, see here is Slayer will be starting his lap, and back here BMJ, see if he's gonna improve his time. He's still fastest. And PMJ, it was an invalidated lap, but it was a purple little sector for PMJ, so bad. PMJ first, Amir second, Cookie third. Return. Oh, and Slayer starting his lap. Let's board with Slayer. Okay, need to invite someone. Okay, so we have Slayer now take pole with a 119.1. It's currently Slayer fastest, about 150 milliseconds faster than PMJ, and I think we have Amir going for another lap. This one is into the pits. We've had now Amir go fastest with 118.8. Amazing time from Amir. I'm sorry again, I'm not concentrating. I've needed to solve some stuff on the server. And Fred here going in the gravel trap and going into the barrier. I hope he's okay. Yeah, I think he's okay. Go with John Gaio, I mean. Now Caio crossing the line with a 121.5, which put him right behind his teammate at 8. Left flip and Connor without laps. Now we see we have both PMJ and Slayer will be starting new laps, and they will go and take Amir, and that's on board with PMJ now. We do a bit of lock up into turn 1, that costs him a lot of time. Yeah, I think that'll be it for PMJ. He's gonna go for another run. You have Slayer starting his flying lap and improving by 0.1 seconds. The purple sector 1, Slayer is gonna need about 0.3 seconds to get fastest time, but we have Amir going on a lap, so he'll probably be improving, I think. And a purple sector 2 also for Slayer. Slayer is looking at fastest time, but you can see how Amir is gonna fight back with his lap. He'll be starting soon. And Slayer actually short of fastest time by about 30 milliseconds. Now let's see if Amir is gonna improve his time more. I think Slayer will be missing out on his pole because he doesn't have the time to set a new lap. Actually, Amir going a bit slower. But in fact, we have PMJ now on a flying lap behind Amir. PMJ improving in Sector 1. And a purple middle sector for PMJ. Oh, PMJ losing it, but... And... yeah, that'll be it for PMJ won't be able to set a new lap. Seeing Amir, if he'll... I don't think he'll improve, yeah. I think Amir is looking at another pole. Yeah. You have Cookie. Actually, very good performance for Cookie. Fourth in the home race for Ferrari. Flip and Connor without time. So I think this will be end of qualifying. No, yeah, this will be the end of qualifying. We're seeing Amir get another pole, third in a row. I think he got more before also. Slayer second after missing out by only 25 milliseconds. PMJ after not putting enough fuel was short of his final lap. Cookie after a very good performance P4. Fred 5th, 6 for Hank, 7 for Lopi, 8 for Jim, 9 for John, 10th for Raleigh, 11th for Fabi, 12th for Myrol, 13th for Atwink, Ibo 14th, and Mr. Riley. Here we have Flip, Connor, Longspeed, and Alton without times. And I hope we're gonna have an interesting race ahead of us. Here we go, starting our formation lap. We are gonna have Amir on pole again for his 27 lap race. And it is to be noted that even though there's a lot of overtaking opportunities here in this track, but most of the time for the last 10 years, the pole sitter won the race. So I'm wondering if this will be the case today. Oh. Dalton and Myro were disqualified from the session. Unfortunate, they're gonna start on cold tires. And here we go, drivers lining up. At the lights, and lights out, and away we go. See, oh, a big crash! We got Fabi, and I think it was a Red Bull. A big crash, and we have a safety car in the first lap of the race. We didn't even start. And we have a safety. Oh, that was Riley. Oh my god. And we've had Amir still in the lead. You know, to have PMJ gained a position over Slayer. Slayer now down third. That's a dramatic start to the Italian Grand Prix here. Monza. Cookie still in fourth. We have Hank going into the pits already. I think he got damage. And the two Alfa Romeos at the bottom. That will be a hit for the Alfa Romeo in the Constructors' Championship. But we still have a long race ahead of us, and we're gonna have the safety car for another lap. I suppose the safety car will be in this lap. Let's see here, and we're gonna have another lap with a safety car. So I think it'll be lap 5 where we'll have a restart. Connor receiving another penalty for collision slip under the safety car. And yeah, safety car will be in this lap. I think Connor now got 10 seconds of penalties. The safety car will be in this lap, and we'll have another go at it at lap 5. Hope this time no one will crash. Now, safety car in the pit lane. And we're gonna have green flags right after Amir crosses the finish line, and here we go, we are racing again here in Italy, and we already have a lot of overtakes back in the back there. We have Slip, I think, going, already went for the move, and it's very close up there at the top three. We have PMJ within only 2.4 seconds of Amir. If PMJ will be gaining pace over Amir right now. DRS is still not enabled, so I will be expecting overtakes when the DRS is enabled, I think next lap or the lap after. And here, before, we have Flip, I think, gaining time over Lopi. We have the Renault sandwiched by the two Alpha Tauris, Flip and Raleigh. Yeah, still nothing. Oh, and we have Atwink. Atwink has retired from the session, and the yellow flags in Sector 2, Sector 3, and a virtual safety car has been called. So we're gonna not have any overtakes for this lap either until Atwink's car is out of the way. Really a dramatic start to this Italian Grand Prix. We have a safety car and a virtual safety car in only 6 laps. And oh, we have yellow flags again, and sorry, green flags again. My apologies. So we have Slip, Jim, Long Speed changing into new mediums already. Now PMJ already pulling away from Slayer. 1 second, but 0.3 seconds for PMJ currently. PMJ, I think, performing very well. And here we go, DRS has just been enabled for lap 7 of this race. We expect to see overtakes in the 2 DRS zones in Sector 1 and 2. I think we're gonna have Amir starting to pull away. Now PMJ 2 seconds ahead of Slayer. I think Slayer is losing a lot of time. Meanwhile, we have here Kaio trying to go on Fred, and Kaio ahead of Fred before going into the Parabolica, and now 5th for the Haas driver, and a new fast lap for Amir on 22.3. Lap 8, back here is PMJ. You have here Lopi ahead of PMJ, and Kaio going wheel to wheel until turns 1 and 2, and it's left Kaio ahead of PMJ now. And I wonder if Fred Kaio it now. Soon they'll be going into the DRS zone in Sector 2. We've had Now Fred into the other zone. Let's go here with Lopi. Now he's right behind Raleigh. Now Lopi come real close, but still not enough to overtake Raleigh. And back at the top we have PMJ. Only 0.4 seconds behind Amir, and now into the DRS zone. We're seeing if PMJ will be able to do the move on Amir. And DRS is on for PMJ, and PMJ is still not enough for an overtake. It's amazing how PMJ reached 330 kilometers per hour, which proves why his circuit is called the Temple of Speed. And here PMJ is going to try to go on the inside of, actually it's the outside of Amir. No luck for PMJ. The PMJ is clearly faster than Amir current right now. And PMJ almost lost it and spun. That could have been hard. And now Slayer actually catching up to Amir and PMJ. Slayer will be soon in DRS zone of PMJ and Amir. And who is that Slayer? That's really hard for Slayer here. Back here with PMJ and Amir, but this time PMJ is in a smaller gap to Amir, and now into the DRS zone, and this DRS on for PMJ. Now PMJ going on the inside of Amir, gonna go wheel to wheel into turn 1 and 2, and still close, and we're still gonna have Amir will still be ahead of PMJ. PMJ will be fighting back now, heading into sector 2. And new PMJ doing another mistake, and here we go. Amir is now 1.3 seconds ahead of PMJ. PMJ was going too aggressive on Amir, which made him do a lot of mistakes. Meanwhile, down here we've had Hank do a move on Alton. Alton who had a tough qualifying, and Alton receiving a penalty. Alton who had a tough qualifying, couldn't set a time and was disqualified. Now P9 on softs, and now we have Slayer, Cookie and Kyle now changing their set of softs into mediums, I suppose. We're gonna try doing the undercut on the rest of on Amir and PMJ and Lopi. New PMJ is a bit struggling here. Go back here with Connor now on flip. Connor who is without DRS at all. Now Connor will be going for another try on flip here in the upcoming DRS zone. In both Amir and PMJ now into the pits, and I wonder if PMJ actually speeded in the pits, sped in the pits. guy who has left the session, so here we're gonna have see if Slayer and Cookie are gonna come ahead of, and I think now Amir will get out ahead of Slayer. Not by much. Here Lopi still not pitting. Hank, who's on 9-lap mediums. Now I think he's gonna go for a medium soft maybe. Now apparently Hank obviously has the pace, and Hank is now leading the race. Very smooth move for Hank. He's now leading the race for the first time I think this season. And PMJ came real close behind Amir, but still not enough pace for PMJ. Oh, but PMJ, a very nice move on the outside of Amir. Now heading into the home straight. And Amir right alongside PMJ. They touched a bit, but PMJ has the pace, and on the outside of Amir coming into turn 1 and 2, and PMJ is ahead of Amir now. Actually not. Very interesting battle that's happening between Amir and PMJ for third place, but in reality it's for first place, because both Lopi and Hank is gonna have to pit. And ooh, that was close. A bit of contact between Amir and PMJ, but that was close. Sorry. And Amir now actually ahead of Lopi. PMJ will be overtaking his teammate, I think. And Lopi now going into the pits. So still have Hank, who's been taking another strategy after having an incident here in the first lap, and Lopi going for the hard tires. That's why he stretched with his soft stint, and now Amir will be taking the lead with his better tires. And now Hank falling into P2 now. And oh, flip spinning! Took the curve too much, and that's spin for flip. Who make him fall into P13. Very unfortunate for flip. Back here we have had Hank losing another position, and this time to PMJ, now falling to third, and Slayer is right there for Hank. Now Slayer now coming into turn 1, and now will be taking the inside line. And into turn 1 we've had Hank go a bit wide, but which made him defend this position well, but he's gonna lose it I think now. And yeah, Slayer is now ahead of Hank. Oh, and Slip has retired from the session, I think in the pits. We had PMJ go on the inside of Amir now into turn 1. A bit of contact between the two, and Amir still ahead of PMJ. Bit of bumping happened between the two. PMJ still right behind Amir, but PMJ got 8 seconds worth of penalties. That would push back PMJ a lot. Now another time into the DRS zone. And now this time PMJ taking the outside line on Amir, but this time PMJ ahead of Amir by much and will be leading the race. Technically leading the race. Now Amir right on the tail of PMJ, and this also Slayer is catching up to the both of them. So it will be a very interesting last 10 laps in the Italian Grand Prix. Now, it is DRS zone coming close behind PMJ, and also Slayer gaining time over Amir. Not much. I think Slayer lost time. Now only 1 second of Amir. I think Slayer had another problem. And again we have Amir doing the same move that PMJ did last lap, and now Amir into the lead. Let's see how PMJ is gonna have to fight back against Amir. And PMJ now coming into turn 3, 4, I suppose. A lot of contact between the two of them, and I think another contact between Amir and PMJ. This time PMJ is ahead of Amir. But not by much. Amir back at it again. And into this DRS zone in Sector 2, and Amir is leading the race again. And this time Slayer is within critical distance of both of them. Now into this DRS zone, will Slayer or PMJ do the move on and it won't be enough for both of them. And as I said, Hank going for the soft stint now for the rest, for the final 9 laps. And free driver maintaining. Oh, and PMJ, another penalty for PMJ. I think by now they are it's 11 seconds worth of penalties. Actually, now had Slayer go on PMJ, and Slayer now into second. Slayer, PMJ has left the session. And it'll be again for this classic showdown between Slayer and Amir here in Italy after, I think Slayer won it more than this. Slayer gaining time over Amir. Let's see their lap times. Amir lapping about 122.8. We've had approximately the same time for both Amir and Slayer. Should be really interesting. Now into the DRS zone, and here we go, but Amir is a bit too far. But Slayer still got 8 more laps to go. And I think we're having Slayer get closer to Amir lap by lap. So as I've said, it'll be an interesting last couple laps for both Amir and Slayer. No mistakes for both of them. They are on technically the same tires, and no penalties for now for both of them. Oh, and I think we have Slayer now 0.5 seconds behind Amir only. Only 0.5 seconds. Good. Oh, and 0.2 seconds behind Amir. Now into the DRS zone. You're gonna have Slayer right behind Amir, and they'll be taking the outside line. And we'll be seeing Slayer lead the race to lap 23 of this 27 lap Italian Grand Prix, but I can assure you it's not over yet. It's not the first time Amir loses. It's not the first time Amir loses the lead in this race. I'm pretty sure he got but he lost a bit of time, but pretty sure there's still a lot of more fighting to go. And those Slayer actually stepping away from DRS. But yeah, Amir is faster. Now another lap, lap 24, and Amir is a second away from Slayer, but still in DRS, which will gain him some time. Now another DRS zone, and the gap is 0.5 seconds between Amir and Slayer. Next 4 laps will be deciding who will win this race. And you go lap 25, only 3 laps left to go, and Amir is still behind Slayer. Now coming real close. Now back at it here. Now 0.5 before even heading into the DRS zone in sector 2. So Amir is almost gaining time. Surely a lot of pressure on Slayer, and now heading 100 meters to the DRS zone. And again, Amir with DRS. And another time, lap 26 now. Again with the DRS, but still not close enough. Lock up this time, I think it's closer than before. Amir still got 2 more laps to go. Will he do it and win his 3rd race in a row? Or will Slayer end his winning streak? We shall see. And final lap of the race. This is it, the final lap of the race. Oh, and this time Amir getting real close on Slayer. Now taking the outside line, and they will both be going into turn 1, and Amir got the lead in the final lap of the race. Amir had the lead, and oh, Slayer now spinning. Slayer spinning into... This has cost him the win. What a terrible mistake in the final lap. Slayer spinning after turn 2. I cannot believe it. And apparently, ladies and gents, we're gonna have Amir win another race. It's really... And Slayer receiving a 3-second penalty. So, and we're gonna have Cookie on the podium. And here we go now, coming in, crossing the line and taking the checkered flag, and actually final lap with the fastest lap. Amir winning the Italian Grand Prix. What a spectacular performance from Amir. I'm gonna have Cookie cross the line third. And yeah, Cookie third, Connor fourth, Fred fifth. And the driver of the day is Connor, after starting on the back of the grid and finishing fourth. Amir and Cookie getting a podium in his constructors home Grand Prix, and Slayer finishing second for the third time in a row. Very awesome race, and as we've been used to here in the Italian Grand Prix, Amir taking fast lap and also winning the race. Great job from all the drivers. We have Cookie third, fourth for Connor after starting 16 on the grid. Fred fifth, Hank seventh, Hank sixth, Lopi 7 in his first race. John 8th, Alton 9, PMJ 10, Monroe 11 after also starting 19. I think good race for Monroe. 12 for Jim, Raleigh 13, Ibo 14, Longspeed 5th. I think he did not finish the race, but yeah. Thank you for watching. It was your commentator Ali with you. Hope see you next week for in Singapore for round 16. And thank you for watching.